In this video, I'll be explaining you how we are going to create a bean, and we'll understand what are the features of a bean and where we are going to use a bean, and we'll understand what is the syntax of a bean, and we'll execute these Java beans using JSP in your Eclipse environment. So first of all, we'll see what is the definition of a bean. A Java bean is a reusable software component. It means a component which is designed for the sake of an application can be used for the sake of another applications, which can include the same features there. And we also say a bean is going to encapsulate many objects into one object so that we can access this object from multiple places. And if you are able to create a bean, it is very easy to maintain a Java bean. That's the advantage we have if we are going to create a bean. And now we'll see what are the features of a Java bean. As we all know that Java bean is to be created by using a Java class. And that class which is going to create a bean should implement an interface called as serializable. And this interface is of a package called from the package called java.io.star. And every Java bean should contain a constructor, and the constructor which doesn't take any argument. And we can also call that as a no argumented constructor. And that constructor should be under public access specifier. And all the properties which we are going to define within the Java bean must be under the access specifier called as your private. And all the methods which are there within the bean should be under the access specifier called as your public access specifier. And the methods which we write within a bean are called as getter methods and setter methods. Now we'll see what is the syntax of a setter method. A setter method should be under public access specifier in nature. The return type should be void, and the setter method should be prefixed with the word called set, and it should take some argument. It means it should not be called as a no argumented method. It means we need to pass at least one argument into this method when I call it as a setter method. And then coming to your getter methods, and this getter method should also be public in nature, and this getter method should have a return type. It means whenever I call that method, it should give you some value, and your getter method should be prefixed by using a keyword called as a get method, and it should not take any sort of argument when I call that method. So we'll see a small example of a bean. Now we can see a class called bean there, which is implementing the interface called as serializable, in which we are going to have one variable called as your name, which is of my string. And that string name is under the access specifier called as private. And then we are going to have a method there, and we call that method a setter method. As we all know that a setter method is going to start with a word called set and the name of the variable. So in my example, we are going to have name. So the second word of my method is name. And this method is now going to take one argument into it. As we all know that a setter method will take some arguments. So now in this example, we are taking only one argument here. And then the argument which has been sent into the set name is initialized to the variable of your bean class. And if you observe the second method here within the class, we call that method as get name, which returns a string, and that method is under the access specifier called your public access specifier. So this is a small example of a bean. So if I have only one variable within the class, then we are going to have only one setter method and one getter method. And if we have four variables or four properties within the bean, we are going to have four setter methods and four getter methods within your bean class. And now we'll see the execution of this bean using your Eclipse environment. And we are going to call this bean within your JSP, and we are going to execute your JSP by using the web server called as Tomcat 9.0. So now we are going to start your Eclipse, where we are going to create a bean, and we understand how we are going to create a bean within your Eclipse environment, and we'll take a small example, and we are going to execute that program for you. Okay, so now we'll start your Eclipse. Now I can see the environment in this way. So it is your Eclipse environment where I can execute, I can compile your program on the same window. So so if you see my Project Explorer window, I have a folder with a name called as SSS. So I click on that folder, where it gives you an option of new, where we are going to choose the other there, or I can also choose a package. So we are going to choose a package from the new option. Now that package, that option will be asking you to give some name to it. So we are going to give a name called as pack, P-A-C-K, and then we are going to say finish. So by doing this operation, I'm able to create a package. It means that whenever you want to create a bean in your Eclipse environment or other environments, the first thing we need to do is we need to create a package. And whatever the class we create for the sake of the bean should be stored within the package. So now I have created a package with a name called as pack. Now we are going to create a class for it. So within the package, so on the package, we are going to right click again, where we are going to find the new option. Then we are going to choose my class, and we are going to give some name to my class. Suppose I say I'm having a name called as bean1, and I want my class to be public. So I click the word, the access specifier called as public, and then we are going to say finish. So by doing this operation, what your Eclipse environment is going to do is your Eclipse environment is going to create a class with a name called bean1. Okay. Now I'll copy the code which is available with me. So so I have a code, the similar code which I was explaining you in our PPT. I have a class with a name called bean1. And then it is going to contain one variable, string name, set name, etc. Now this is a bean now. Now I would like to use this bean in my JSP code. Otherwise, I would like to call my bean from your JSP. Now we'll see what are the steps we are going to take when I want to call a bean from your JSP. So again, I go to the same project SSS. Then I am going to click my new, where I can find the JSP file, and I give some name to my JSP file. So I would like to give the name it as bean JSP.jsp. It is the name of my JSP file, and then I say finish. So with these statements, now I'm able to create a JSP file. So for to avoid the confusion, just I'm going to take out these lines which are not essential for us. So now I'm going to use a tag here in your JSP, and we call the tag as your JSP colon. I'm having a tag called useBean. So I'll be using a tag called useBean, by which you are going to include a Java bean, and we can access the Java bean in my JSP program. So when I use this bean, we need to supply one identifier by which we are going to access the features, the setters and the getters of your bean. So in my example, I'll be saying it as B1, by which we are going to access your bean. And after giving the identification, now we are going to specify the class where your bean is there. So when I give the name of the bean, we need to give the name of the package also. So we are having a package with a name called pack.bean. So we are going to give the name there. So the name is bean1. Okay. And then that bean1 is in the package called pack. So we need to supply the complete name along with the package. Okay. Now we are going to use my scriptlet tag. I'm going to use my scriptlet where we are going to call the methods which are there within the bean. So now I would like to call my B1 dot. Now the intelligence is the IntelliSense of your Eclipse is going to show you all the methods which are associated with your bean1 or your B1. So I have a method called set name. So I'll pass some argument into this one, and my argument is something like Michael Jackson. And then we are going to close my statement. Now I would like to call the method called get name. So for calling the get name, just I'll be using my output statement of your JSP code, where I'll be saying B1 dot, then I'm going to have a method called get name by which we are going to access that file. Now I'm able to call the setter method. I can also call my getter method, which is there within the bean. Now we are going to save this program. Now I'll execute my program on my Tomcat. So for executing my JSP program on the Tomcat, just I go to that file, right click there, and then I say run as, run on the server. It will be asking you whether you want to save the file or not. Just you say save. Now your Tomcat now is going to be activated. Now I say finish. Yeah, now it will take some time to execute the program because it is the first time we are executing the program on my computer at this time. Yeah, it will take few seconds. Yeah, so the server has started. Yeah, so I encountered an error there. So the class, when I give the name of the bean, it should be included in your double quotes. So we need to save the program and we need to specify the name of the bean along with the package within your double quote. Now I save that program. Now we are going to execute this program on your Tomcat window, right? On my Tomcat. So just I say on the server. Now we are going to execute that code right. Now we are going to finish the X calling now. So this is how we are going to execute a JSP bean in your Eclipse environment. Thank you.